up, what's up, what's up, everybody? It is your boy Caleb. You guys, I am so excited to be back. If this is your first time here, what's up, fam, bam? I am your boy Caleb, the artist, your host, Caleb. I am a singer, songwriter, producer, arranger, vocal arranger, all of those things. If you want to check out any of my music, you can scan that QR code or go to my all of my social media is Caleb the Artist. All my music is under Caleb the Artist, so you can search that up on YouTube if you want. If you guys feel called to check or donate towards Fearless Energy Tarot or Caleb's the Artist, all of that is in the description and also Caleb's Hot Takes. If you guys want to purchase any merch, that is also in the description. Immerse. And if you guys feel called to check out my other channel, Fearless Energy Tarot, you can check out those. I do personal and general readings off of the zodiac signs, and that's Fearless Energy Tarot. All right, y'all. So, like I said, welcome back to Caleb's Hot Takes. I have truly, truly missed you all. Um, Before I get into that, I have a show on December 6th. If you got December 6th at the Create Place. If you guys are in St. Louis, or if you guys want to travel to St. Louis, come see me perform at the Create Place. Purchase your tickets. That link is in the description, and make sure you use the discount code ARTIST01 to get discounted tickets. So, like I said, I've definitely missed you guys, and it feels amazing to be back with another episode for you all, okay? So, today we're diving into two huge topics. So, let's jump right on in.
Space for mine. And I tried to force it, I tried to ignore the shit that you started to say.
Wow. Can't even believe I'm saying this, but first off, we've lost a true legend, you guys. The one and the only Quincy Jones. Wow. A legend. It just seems like all of the amazing people are just leaving. But I know people don't last forever, but it's just so crazy because, as I said before, I'm a singer songwriter and I always inspired to work with the greats, and it's like the greats are like leaving. But this man was a world renowned producer, songwriter, and musician. And he's inspired generations, including myself, my grandparents, um, even my father's generation. He crafted the soundtrack of our lives, from Thriller to the Color Purple soundtrack. So, Quincy legacy isn't just about the music. It's about the impact he had on the industry and the countless artists he has inspired. We're incredibly blessed to have had him with us for as long as we did. And may his influence live on forever and ever. Quincy, we love you. We thank you for all that you've done. I will continue to pass on your work, to listen to your work, to study your work. And it is crazy because ever since he has passed, a lot of clips have been coming on my social media of inspiration of and what he's given other creatives. They've shown his creative process in the studio, and it's so amazing. Just thinking about men like him, black men like him who have made a name for himself, it inspires me so much, and he will continue to inspire me. And one thing, a crazy video, well, not even a crazy, but a video that popped up on my social media the other day, he was talking about how melody is a gift from God, and I resonated with that. It's like that's so true. I feel like when I'm creating music and when I'm gardening, those are the moments where I feel so connected to spirit and connected to God, connected to the forces around me. and he said, what did he say? He said drums didn't. He said thunder didn't mimic drums. Drums mimicked the thunder, and how pretty much all of these elements that are in the world have been mimicked by melody of instruments or a voice, and that's how you know that it's all a God ordained moment. So I just want to say thank you, Quincy. Shout out to you. I also saw something on social media about him leaving inheritance for his children, and I think that's so amazing. I think that's so amazing. I think that's what is life is meant to be. To be, it's meant you're meant to create a life of abundance and of success and pass those things down to your offspring. So, shout out to you, Quincy Jones. And I just want to say rest in peace and thank you for all that you've done. Now, I can't believe myself. I am really behind with reviewing this. And I hate to admit this, but I haven't been really watching this season like thought I was. I mean, life be lifing, and I just don't be having time. But I've peeped in, and I've watched some of it, so I'm going to give my review up into what I've watched so far. So, episode 2, we have Double Trouble. Double Trouble. So last week, well, I'm speaking in the terms of in the episodes. So before this, in episode 1, Karen's DUI was the talk of the town. So I think it picks off up from the Hatitude Party. It ended off with Giselle and Wendy agreeing and extending the olive branch and agreeing to going out to dinner and seeing what they could talk about so that their relationship could be better. I thought that it was good. It was great to see Giselle finally let her guard down and be, the Giselle that we like. We don't always want activated Giselle. Even though activated Giselle is good. I love you, activated Giselle. But, it was nice to see that moment between the two. So that happened. I think they talked about she apologized to Mia regarding calling her a bad mother. Um, and Giselle made it known that that's not what she meant, which I thought was good. So, shout out to you, Giselle. Also, let's see what else happened. So yeah, so they go to lunch. Wendy and Giselle. I feel like there was a lot that was cut out, and I wish it was shown more because I felt like it was just kind of. I would have loved to hear, because I don't feel like it was really a moment where it was like they both got both of their opinions out. I felt like it was. I mean, also Giselle did say she was gonna sit and listen, which I thought was good. But I just felt like I don't know if you guys feel me on that. I just felt like some things were possibly cut out. Um, but it was lights. It didn't get dark, which I appreciated. Thank you, girls, for clocking in and sitting in and knowing what it's like to make a show because we need you guys to get along. Although, you're not going to always get along, but we want you guys to get along. So that happened. I thought that was great. Okay, next. Now we're going to talk about Miss Stacy Rush. Now, I really, 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 really like Stacy. I can say she was a great addition. Whoever casted her, you did your thing. Stacy brings that Katie kind of, and I don't want to compare the two, but she brings that like airy, that funny, kind of quirky girl in it. But I love it. I think it's amazing. Stacy, keep doing your thing. But now she talks about in this episode about her relationship with her husband. Um, and she talks about how they're getting a divorce. And I was like, that's a cause for pause. It's like if you're a housewife, honey, why you're not a wife, but, baby, I think Stacey got a coin. Not think, but Stacey got a coin. So it's like sometimes You might be able to get up in there even though you're not a wife at the moment. But she talks about her life with her soon-to-be ex-husband, and they have a daughter named Arabella, which I think she is so beautiful. Um, I thought it was really. I think she said Arabella is half German and half black. Stacy talks about how she grew up in Detroit, and a little. And maybe I'm going past the episode because I have watched a little bit, but I'm gonna start from what I remember. Um, and she was saying, and maybe I don't think it was this episode, but yeah, because her and Ashley went on a talk, and she was telling Ashley about, hey, yes, I am black, but my daughter doesn't really know her black side like that, and she wants her to get more in tune with her black girlness, and I think that that was an important and good conversation to be had on national television. So shout out to you, Stacy, for having that. I think that was amazing. Um, and a lot of people on Twitter were kind of giving her flack, like, "Oh well, why don't you take her around in Detroit, or why don't you do this?" And it's just like you never really can tell somebody what to do with their child. They're just trying to figure it out. That's her first time being a parent, so she's just trying to figure it out. So shout out to you, Stacy. But she also mentions that she is discovering a relationship with a guy, um, TJ. TJ is his name, and for what I know, he is an actor. Um, but their relationship is very interesting. It does give me a little bit of Kenya and Walter when they first came on. I'm not gonna lie. People on Twitter said that too. But like I said, this energy, she's light, she is funny, she's airy, and I love that about Stacy. The most interesting thing that she talked about is the fact that she is not intimate with this TJ guy because he is a devout Christian and he does not believe in consecration before the marriage. And I don't know. Something about it ain't right to me. Maybe I'm overthinking, but something ain't right to me. But kudos to you, Stacy, girl. Live your life, have fun, but girl, if you getting divorced from your ex and he ain't giving you another mooshla mooshla, then you need to get that gooshla mooshla from somebody else. I'm just saying. So the next part is where it get interesting. So what happens? So Giselle invites Karen over. Well, Karen comes over to Giselle's house. Giselle does her pretty baking like she always does. I want some of them cookies that Giselle cooks because people say she can really bake. So I want some of them. Karen thanks Giselle for the attitude party, but she lets Giselle know that she wasn't appreciative of the non-alcoholic Grand Dame drink because she felt like it was a shady dig, which it really was. But it's like, okay, I don't think it was that deep, but because I mean, we gotta have a laugh somewhere. But they moved on from that. They moved on from that. And Giselle shares that the conversation with Wendy went good and they've turned a great leaf, new leaf. Karen was excited about that. Um, and then after that, Karen kind of ushered in the conversation of Kiana not being invited to the Attitude party because Karen had a conversation with Kiana and was like, "Girl, why weren't you there? Like, I thought I was gonna see you. Like, what's the tea?" And Giselle said it didn't have nothing to do with her personally, but she just didn't want a lot of people there. And they were on a quantity count or something like that. She was limited to space, apparently. Even though I feel like it was some with that GNA event, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Um, but then they segue into Karen and Giselle talking about their event. Karen is being nominated for an award, and Giselle is having a foundation for the Brain Tumor Society, if I'm not mistaken, in honor of her late father. Karen told Giselle that she did plan on being there, which I kind of felt like she was lying already, cause you already know with Karen, like when it's why am I calling her Karen like Ashley? But no, You know, when Karen is full fledged into her, when Karen has an event coming up, she is full fledged into her event. So I knew she was not going to show up, but she did let Giselle know. She was like, "Yeah, girl, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna actually go to my event and your event. I'll come show my face." But that did not happen. That did not happen until the next morning when Karen sent a group text inviting everybody to come see her get her award. Now the problem was the group already confirmed to the GNA event, which was at the same time. So Karen didn't really tell her what time the event was when they were having a sit down. So that's why I already knew that she wasn't gonna show up because she already knew that the time was. So Giselle was really upset about that. So this is when the girls were caught up in a frenzy. Girls are like, okay, well, we'll do both events because they wanted to support both of the girls, right? So Vivian and Jacqueline kept their word and attended the GNA party. Um, yeah, Karen, I mean, not Karen, Giselle was livid. She was mad. She was really, 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 really mad. But so the girls they stopped at Karen's event, took a picture with her, talked about it, and Karen was like, "Well, what's the tea? Are the girls mad? The girls are mad that you guys are here?" And they were like, "No, but um, we kind of promised them a time. They promised them a time they'll be there. They showed up within good timing, but Giselle was really, really heated, and I didn't really understand why. You know, I mean, they were still there, and at the end of the day, girl, get your money. You there to raise money, so it really don't matter how late you are, as long as you getting this money, girl. Come on, tap into your big Virgo. But I understand it was like the heat of the moment. You were upset, but as soon as the girls walk up there, Giselle's like, "No, no, 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 get them out," and she called security. And Stacy was like, "I've never been so disrespected, felt so disrespected," and I was like, "That's the funny shit that, ooh, I mean, the funny stuff that I love about Stacy." So she put the girls out, and that was the end of that episode. Is it for this episode of Caleb's Hot Takes, you guys. Thank you so much for still supporting, still watching me, still listening to me. I truly appreciate you guys. Once again, I'm your host, Caleb the Artist. You can find my music everywhere music is streamed and purchased. Listen to I'm Far From Perfect Part 1, I'm Far From Perfect Part 2. Let me know in the comments what you think about this episode of Caleb's Hot Taste, and let me know what did you think about the episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I see you guys next time, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.